All right, here we go. Let's go ahead. Hello, everyone. This is Turn One Scoop coming back, and this time we're going to be opening up some pre-release kits that we were able to play during the weekend for the Phyrexia All Will Be One pre-release tournament. So let's go ahead and open up some packs and try to sort these out. These are randomly or basically constructed to where I was able to play mostly doing the look, say Phyrexia Arena. So playing the pre-release, I was limited to just taking in mostly toxic creatures and then getting as much removal as I can and as many low drop toxic and proliferate spells that I can find. That is the gameplay that I've been playing throughout the week, and sometimes I was able to do good with all the events that I was able to play. Having the ability to proliferate is really necessary in this environment right now. You only need one poison and then proliferate everything. So this is one of the cards I was able to get. Kind of damaged on top, but that's fine. Bloated Contaminator. And we have Venerated Rot Priest as well. Then it attacks Ruthless Predation. And we have another Bloated Contaminator. So, pretty good. Alright. Now, these are mostly cards that I did not play, though they are good removals. I wasn't able to play them as much. We have Dragonwing Glider. It's a 5 mana, 3 and 2 red, 4 Mirrodin. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has flying and haste. And it has equipped for 5. Aspirant. We got a Rebel token, fraction tokens. Then they gave out some cool promos. This is Temple of the False God. And then Furnace, Skull Bomb, Seer, Scamp, Exuberant, and Shrapnel, Axiom, Surgeon, Thrumming Bird, and then Malcator. Oh, we have Jace. I couldn't play him. He doesn't have support during my pre-release kits. But I would love to pay 4 and then mill 15. Right? I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Or even just milling 12 is good enough. Keep him alive for 1 loyalty counter and then proliferate continuously. Got the mirror. Got proliferate. Lands. Look at all the red lands. Core. And then Complete Devotion. We got an Annex as well. And we have this dude, Kethek, Crucible Goliath. Legendary creature Phyrexia Beast. It's a 2 colorless, a black and a red. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary creature card with lesser mana value. Put it onto the battlefield, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And we have Red Sun's Zenith. X to red, destroy up to X target artifacts. If X is 5 or more, for each artifact destroyed this way, create a token that's a copy of it. Then those tokens gain haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. So that was the first one. Our second pre-release kit. Oh, we have another pack. Oh, we have forgotten about you. Missed you. Surprise. Who's this? Hey, it's a Phyrexia Obliterator. Look at that. Nice. And who are you? Oh, hold on. Imard, the Stone Cleaver. It's a 1 Jeskai color. Legendary human soldier. Whenever Imard, the Storm Cleaver, enters the battlefield or attacks, put a charge counter on it or remove 1 from it. When you remove a counter this way, choose 1. Imard deals 4 damage to any target, and then Imard gains lifelink and is indestructible until end of turn. What is SLD? SLX. SLX? Alright, I gotta do some research on this one. I'm not familiar. Commander players, if you know what it is, do hit me up in the comment and let me introduce this card to me, okay? Alright, so we have Oxida Finisher, we have Zenith Chronicler, we all know that. Arrestvine Cultivator, we got Paladin, Venomous Brutalizer, Expand, and then Indoctrinate Attendant, yada yada, Hex Gold, Gold Warden Helm, we got Volshock Splinter, and we have an island. Still not the foil island I was looking for, but hey, it's a foil, it's a foil. Another promo pack, Exalted Angel, and then Divider. We get Vat Emergence, Feed, Basilica Skull, Dross, Charge, Sinew, Zealot, Ichor, and we have Rhea, again so odd, Orthodoxy, Cultivator, Scamp, Predation, Dota, Forge, Ichor, Resistance, or Brask, Cinder, and Koth. We have Koth, Fire of Resistance, 2 colorless, 2 red. Search your library for a basic mountain card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Koth, Fire of Resistance, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control for 3 loyalty, and then -7. You get an emblem with whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, this emblem deals 4 damage to any target. So why not, right? Can't go wrong with that. I have Tablet of Completion as well. Whoop. Ding. There you go. Furnace. We got Furnish, Punisher, Surgical, Glisten, Aspirant, Blue Sun's Twilight, X, blue, and then gain control of target creature with mana value X or less. If X is 5 or more, create a token that's a copy of that creature. And then we have another Venser, another Storming Bird, of course, Chrome, Gitaxian, Research, Quicksilver, Quicksilver, Cruel, Duress, and we have the Monuments Facade, pre-release foil, ossification. We got Light Belly, Venus Brutalizer, Crawling Chorus, Adaptive, Ravenous Necro Titan, a Swamp. Well, I used the Swamp. Ruthless, Punch, Plague. This is the Abzan deck that I built that got me 3 wins, Myrex, Land Sphere, add colorless, and then add 1 mana of any color, activate only if Myrex enters the battlefield this turn, and then pay 3, create a 1/1 colorless Phyrexia Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1 and can't block. Tyrannex. We got Pestilent Siphoner, Slaughter Singer, Gulp, and Terramorphic. Okay. On to the next one. Look at there. We got ourselves another Temple of the False God. Good for EDH. Why not? Blade Hold or Whip. Infectious Bite. Borrow Spawning. And look at that. This is the other Nissa that we were able to open up during our pre-release. Woohoo! Hot, hot. This will be our 3rd Nissa. And then Evolving Spinoderm. And Razor Verge Ticket. Can you see it? There you go. Enters the battlefield, tap unless you control 2 or fewer other lands, add green or white. And then we have another Green Suns in it. This is our 4th Green Suns. And then Azuri, Stalker of Spheres. 2 green and blue. When Azuri, Stalker of Spheres enters the battlefield, you may pay 3. If you do, proliferate twice. And then when you proliferate, draw a card. We also have the Soulless Jailer. And we have Melkator, Purity Overseer. So I think these are the ones that I used for the 2-headed giant, which brought us to 8 wins undefeated by using my partner, Adam. He was running a Toxic aggro, white and green, and then I'm playing the blue and black Proliferate. So it works out pretty well, as my opponent was paying attention to the Toxic. All we needed was just 1 Toxic, and then all our Proliferate spells came out, and that pretty much sealed the deal for us. Got Children. Tamiyo's Immobilizer. Trawler Drake. Transplanteerist. And Font of Progress. And then during the 2-headed giant, having the Phyrexia Atlas at Corrupt. And then every time that we tap it for mana, we get our opponents to lose 2 lives instead of 1. Because it says each opponent. And with 2-headed giant, if you're up against your opponent, that's considered 2. And then every time I proliferate, we use Skimming Aspirant to have them lose 2 and we gain 2. And then backed up by Taint Observer. So how could we lose? Probably bad draws, you know. But two-headed giant with this particular set was really awesome. All right, on to the third one. So there has been 6 events during the weekend, and all of those events I was able to participate, which was pretty enjoyable weekend for me. I hope you had the same experience as well, because it was great to play Magic again in person and not in arena. I was able to see some of my friends come over and play, even though they can only afford to play one game. At least we were able to, sit down, play, chat a little, find out how they're doing, and get to know new folks with new interest. And some of them may end up playing arena as well, so you can also check on their activities over there. So yeah, this is our second Jace that we opened during the pre-release. And then Azuri, ink art. Can't go wrong with that. And we have another Red Sun Zenith, or Red Sun Twilight. A Sacrifice, Magmatic Sprinter, Furnace Punisher, Resistance Skywarden, and Gleeful Demolisher. Serum Core Chimera, Full Shock Splinter, got Hex Blade, and some equipment. Our third Copperline Gorge, almost a playset. And then we have the Filigree Silex, and this is one of the pre-release cards. Noxious Assault, the Chair, and we have our second Vran, Executioner of Thane. Mirror Convert, Fall, Dross, Raptor. And this is what I've been wanting to make a standard deck with. Skrelv's Hive enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create 1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block Corrupted. As long as an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, creatures you control with Toxic have lifelink. So, pretty nice. And easy to use too, especially on standard right now, because it only needs 1 white mana. It can't win you game, but it can make threatening board, though it cannot block. The amount of poison that you can inflict on them can be relevant. Alright, now on to box number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done. So our pre-release is the Encroaching Magicant, and then our rare includes Red Sun Twilight. We have Surgical Bay, Zealot's Conviction, Sinew, Furnish, and Surgical Skull Bomb. We have Duress, Free from Flesh and Hex Gold, Incisor Glider, We have Resistance Reunited, Malcator Watch, Barbed, Batter Fist, and Hex Gold Halberd. Bring the Ending, Blazing Crescendo, Ambulatory Edifice, Reject Imperfection, Chrome, Forge Hammer, Lattice Blade Mantis, Volshock Splinter, Transplant, Serum, Gitaxian, Basilica, Oil, Cruel, Molten, Furnace, Vat, and Vran Executioner Thane, our third one. Flesh Gorger, and then draw Rib Skiff, Adaptive, Anoint, Imperfection, Duelist of the Deep Faith. We got Plague Nurse and Carnivorous Canopy, Ruthless Predation, Anoint, Barrel Spawn, Tyrannex. Alright, so this is the box that was able to get 3 mythic rares, but was only able to do 2 and 2. And this is one of those cards that I was happy to open up. Tyrannex Rex is a 7 mana, 4 and 3 green. This spell can't be countered. Trample, Ward 4, and Haste. Has Toxic 4, and it's an 8/8. Okay. Now, if you think about it, all you need to do is get more poison into my opponent, and that would make it hard for them to get back. But once they gum up the board, the best thing you can do is have some spells that you can discharge. And Argentum Masticore is one of those cards because it has first strike protection from multicolored, and at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Argentum Masticore unless you discard a card. When you discard a card this way, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent control with mana value less than or equal to the mana value of the discarded card. And then we have Scriv, Defector Might, legendary artifact creature, Phyrexian Might, Toxic 1, can't be blocked, and then pay white, tap, choose a color, another target creature you control gains Toxic 1 and Hexproof from the color until the end of turn. It can't be blocked or blocked by a creature of the chosen color. And it's a 1/1. Nice. And then Thirst. And then this is the other Tyrannex from that same box. And this is the ink art. Woo. And then this the one that hopefully made me win, but wasn't able to hold its place because my opponent played the Wanderer, the Emperor, pretty much ultimate the Wanderer, and destroyed all of my stuff. But this is a Phyrexian Vindicator for 4 white mana. Creature Phyrexian Horror, and it's foil too. It's flying. If damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Vindicator, prevent that damage, and then when damage is prevented this way, Phyrexian Vindicator deals that much damage to any other target. So, and we have Vivisection Evangelist, Armored Scrap Gorger, Annihilating Gaze. We have Mirror Convert, Slaughter Singer, and then Phyrexian Atlas, and 2 of them. Alright, so that is box number 5. Now, this is the box number 6. Try to put it in the last of the packs because there's something special about this pack. So we have Maze Skullbomb, we have Conduit of Worlds. This is the pre-release promo card in there. Natural Restoration. We have Vat Emergence, Tyvar. Okay, put it down. Tyvar Stand, Offer Immortality, Titanic Growth, Sight, Ruthless, Tyrannex Atrocity, Done. Carnivore. Anointed Affliction. Dross. So it looks pretty common, all of it. Nothing fancy showing up. No big mythics, no big rares. But for some reason, this is a valued pre-release. So we don't need those. Kinsmith, we have, this is Keth with the ink art. And there's All Will Be One, Mythic, with the Red Sun Twilight. We got Juress, Basilica, and we have our second Kaito. Okay, Sinew, White Spells. We got Swooping Lookout, Phyrexia, Thrumming Bird, Drake, Raptor, and Retrofitter. So we have Unctus, Grand Metatech, and we've seen that earlier. Then we have Cephalopod Sentry, Doctrinus, and Quicksilver, two of them, with Basilica Shepherd, Apostle of Invasion, and then Plated Onslaught with Tablet of Completion, Norn's Wellspring. It's a 2-mana artifact. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1 and put an oil counter on Norn's Wellspring, and then pay 1, tap, remove 2 oil counters from Norn's Wellspring, draw a card. So that's most of the card. And this is a Draz Unstoppable Juggernaut foil anime art from Kutai. Nope, don't want that. Alright, so the reason why this card is, or this box came in pretty good, was it came with this. So I learned that the Phyrexia D20 dice, spin down life counter, is only 1 in every case. So I was lucky enough to get this, but learning how to read this will take a while, because you don't know where to start. If I'm looking at it right, it's the number of pips. So you start here. This would be 1. And then go to 5. I have no idea actually, because it's hard. But look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Compared to the other dice that you'll be able to open up, these are going for value. And that is part of the box, the pre-release kit that I was able to get. Alright, so there you have it. I know there are some value, I know there are some junk, but I was happy to be able to get all of these cards during the pre-release. So if you haven't had your time, please do try it. Play Limited, play Draft, play Standard, play Pioneer, join the RCQ, anywhere. Enjoy the game of Magic, and hopefully we can still play together in the next set that comes out, which is March of the Machine. So until next time, this is Turn 1 Scoop. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.